Well, he's making pivots when pivots are needed. Some would say maybe a little bit late because Ford has lost billions of dollars per year on this EV escapade. So I was going through the numbers and saw they lost $1 billion in 21, $2 billion in 22, $5 billion in 23, $5 billion in 24, and they have to do something to just stench the bleeding.
Is this guy have a job after a $19 billion failure of EV simply because it's basically a private company run by our good friend Bill Ford Jr.? Is it basically a quasi-private company where a normal board wouldn't say, see ya?
I can't speak to what the board is saying there, but Bill Ford and the Ford family obviously have a lot to do with the leadership of this country. And they have a company, and they have a very close relationship with Jim Farley, who has worked also closely with the administration in order to get regulations, I think, changed in a way that could benefit Ford. The interesting thing to me is beyond the gigantic write-off, right? One of the biggest ever by any company, and the biggest certainly by an automotive company, is the product that they're going to be building in Tennessee. They already built enough F-150, more than enough, in Dearborn, in Kansas City, and they're going to build something different. It'll be the first time Ford builds a full-size truck that's not an F-Series pickup truck since 1947. Wow. And I think this is, people don't give enough credit to Ford. This brand, the F-Series pickup truck, it's up there with like Coca-Cola and Levi's. Yep. So huge shift.
We digress to Ford. It's $94,000 a year correspondent. You had an F-150, right?
Thanks to Matt Miller, he put me in the seat of an F-150 Lightning for a week. It was extraordinary vehicle at $94,000. But I thought it was an extraordinary vehicle. But Matt, where is the American public today?
Well, guess what? That vehicle was purchased by rich people to use
in Summit, New Jersey,
in an attempt to signal values, and also because it's very fast and luxurious. But in terms of workers, right, it's been a real problem. Not only the electric powertrain, but also the aluminum-bodied Fords. They're difficult to repair. You have to have expertise and really specialized equipment. So I suspect what Ford is going to do at the Tennessee plant, which was initially designed to build what Jim Farley described as a Millennium Falcon with a back porch on it. I suspect instead of going super futuristic and EV, they're going to build a steel truck with a big V8.
Across the nation this morning, we just ripped it up here on Economics Net with the jobs report coming up. Matt Miller, our auto expert. What's the name of your podcast?
Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit.
And he's an auto guy and all that. Paul Sweeney, I just want to frame out Ford total return the last decade with the dividend, 5.04% per year.
Yep.
I don't get the exercise.
It's a tough business. Up 38% though year to date this year, the stock. So Matt, where is the American consumer as it relates to EV? How is this going to shake out, do you think? Because I mean, this is a big write-off, and they're basically saying, "Hey, we misjudged the market," and they're not alone. Every other auto company out there.
Yeah, I mean, sales have slowed dramatically. Don't forget, gotten rid of a $7,500 credit that really helped to subsidize sales, and we haven't built out the infrastructure yet that makes it easy to drive an EV for people who don't, for example, have a garage and a $2,500 charger in there.
Does Rivian survive? Is there an EV competitor in America?
That's a great question. Does Rivian survive?
I've been in one, like Uber, and I like them.
Carl Weinberg has one that he absolutely.
I did not know that.
That he absolutely loves. People who have them love them.
I went up to his house. He wanted me to see his chickens. I took the Nash Rambler. It was before he had the Rivian.
He loves. He has the pickup truck. But look, they only sell 50,000 a year. I mean, that's nothing. They need to be selling 50,000 a month in order to survive. So I don't know how that goes. Rivian has a lot of side businesses, right? They make trucks for Amazon. They're basically helping Scout to build their new truck for Volkswagen. So maybe they make money
did
that way.
Barra and GM and Stellantis, did they have a good day yesterday? How does this fit in?
You know, that's a great question because General Motors actually.
It's the only time I have good questions is with Matt Miller.
General Motors actually does very well with EV sales. In the first 3 quarters, Ford sold, I'm going to say, about 63,000 EVs, and General Motors sold 142,000. They have a much broader offering, and they lose less money. I mean, the margin on Ford's EVs is negative 132%, right? Compared to more than 5% for their traditional business.
Hybrids. I bought a hybrid for the number 4 Offspring. He loves it. Is that the future?
Hybrids are definitely the way forward. It allows you to add horsepower and torque without sacrificing fuel economy.
Lisa, I'm adding horsepower and torque.
Yeah.
Matt, Amanda Gotti emails in from PNC. She says, wear the T-shirt next time. Your sartorial look here today. You're killing on radio. He's just styling here. You got the Larry Kudlow blue and white striped shirt going. 1980s.
I'm power clashing today.
You're power clashing.